Hello once again, and welcome to another edition of Boxing Time TV. My name is Evan Jacobs, and you can follow me on Instagram at Boxing Time with Evan. And on the eve of the spectacular showdown that, well, at least on paper, it looks like it's going to be spectacular between Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia, I thought let's put together another spectacular showdown. Some people are talking about this fight. I don't know how close or how real those talks are. They probably want to let it cook and bake more and become an even bigger fight. However, I think both these fighters are going to eventually move up in weight and probably won't even fight at super featherweight or junior lightweight. But we have Vasyl Lomachenko versus Gervonta Davis. And let's just get right to it. There's a 7-year age difference. They're the same height as I'm seeing here. They are. I made them the same super featherweight limit weight. I figured that would, they're growing fighters. They're that would not be out of the realm of possibility for them to weigh in like that. And as you can see, Vasyl Lomachenko has 7 fights with 1 loss to Orlando Salido, which he avenged here on Boxing Time TV. If you just search that fight, you will see it. And Gervonta Davis is undefeated. Let's just get right to the particulars. And I just want to make sure that all this fight is scheduled for 12 rounds, 3-minute rounds, 10-point must system, no mandatory 8 count, 3-point knockdown rule wave, fight mode. We'll make it simulation. And let's get started in what is a truly epic showdown. And Gervonta Davis truly right now looking like the closest thing to a Floyd Mayweather successor. That's just my opinion. Like early days yet on that, but he has flash, he has poise. He fought Jose Pedraza in a fight that many thought Pedraza would probably do a lot better in, and I liken that fight to when Floyd Mayweather fought Gennaro Hernandez, and I thought Hernandez would give a much better showing of himself. He was outclassed. He was never in the fight, and he was a very good fighter. May he rest in peace. So right now we have Gervonta Davis looking for shots, trying to land shots, trying to be quicker, trying to be first. Vasyl Lomachenko finding that this fight's a little bit different than the rematch with Orlando Salido. In that fight, Vasyl Lomachenko landed some hard shots early. He rattled Salido. Salido was never the same, and he just blasted Salido out. I believe it was in the 6th round. I honestly see this as a distance fight, as a more tactical fight, as both these fighters don't want to lose. Neither wants, both of them are really coming up in boxing. So that's just the way that I see this. Vasyl Lomachenko throwing hard upper. He just got wobbled by Gervonta Davis. Wow, did not expect that. Vasyl Lomachenko, I was just about to say, landing stiff jabs and just missed with an uppercut, but that was a while ago. Wow, okay, what do we have here? Is Gervonta Davis the goods? Is he able to penetrate the quickness and the movement of Vasyl Lomachenko? We will have to see. Many people think Vasyl Lomachenko is one of the best fighters in the world. Gervonta Davis not thinking too much about that, coming out and hitting him and hurting him, and isn't really concerned. Oh, wow. Landing another hard right hand. Vasyl Lomachenko is on the left side of the screen. Gervonta Davis is on the right side of the screen. You, as I have said, are watching Boxing Time TV. And if there are other fights that you want to see me make, please direct message me or contact me in just the comment section and let me know. I'll do my best to make them. I think after this fight, look at that. Wow. Did Vasyl Lomachenko land hard on Davis? You know what? These guys want to bang. They're standing in ring center. They both have power, so anything can happen in this sport. I think that where Davis has Lomachenko in sort of the finesse department, I think that Lomachenko kind of has Davis in sort of the at this point sort of the grinder skill versus will or will versus skill sort of matchup. See what the judges say. Wow, they give it to Gervonta Davis. One of them does. Another one does. Yeah, he was very impressive in that round, especially when he wobbled Lomachenko. And that may have just been some of the judges aren't used to seeing that, and they overreacted. I didn't think, that Lomachenko did bad that round. I just thought that Gervonta Davis won that first round fairly handily. Lomachenko going to the body, probably hoping that if this fight goes late, he will have put enough punches in the bank, in the body bank, to make it so that Gervonta Davis is, not throwing and not doing the things that he wants to do later in the fight. Gervonta Davis is really, he depends on his movement. He fights a certain way, and if Lomachenko can disrupt that, that will be very, very telling in this fight, because he is going to need. He's going to need something to stop Gervonta Davis, because Gervonta Davis is getting more confident in this fight. And it's not that I think that Lomachenko is not. I just think that Gervonta Davis is one of those fighters, like a Roy Jones. And it's, like I said, it's early, but I think he's like this. He's like a Roy Jones, like a Pernell Whitaker, like a Floyd Mayweather. They come out and in the first couple of rounds, they figure out their opponent, and they spend the next 10 rounds dissecting them. And if a knockout comes, it comes. But ultimately, what they want to do is just get the W. I was going to say some of the upcoming fights, some of the upcoming fights that we do have are I want to do maybe Pacquiao, Marquez, do another fight with them. I want to do Tyson Fury versus Joseph Parker, Adrian Broner versus Lamont Peterson, Lomachenko versus Sosa. He's got that fight coming up. So right now, Gervonta Davis again establishing himself, and Lomachenko is trying. Lomachenko is really, really trying. Someone actually, as I'm doing this, just commented. They gave me like a laughing, happy face for the Vasyl Lomachenko Orlando Salido bout. So hey, I'm very thankful for that. Thank you for everyone, for all the followers so far, and and people that are supporting this and that have sent in requests. I've gotten some of those. I really enjoy doing this podcast. I think it's kind of unique. I think it's a great way to see. Oh, did you just see how Gervonta Davis just landed on Lomachenko? And Lomachenko powers through with an uppercut. It really is gonna be a test here for both fighters. Can Lomachenko handle the finesse that Gervonta Davis is bringing to the table? Can Gervonta Davis handle the power and the will of Sergey Lomachenko? And it's so interesting because styles really do make fights. Against Nicholas Walters, Vasyl Lomachenko was just, a tactician. Against Gervonta Davis, he needs to be a tactician, but he also needs to be rough, tumble, and some of the things that maybe he's not. Let's see what the judges say in this second round of their bout. They split all the way, and so the score will stay the same. Vasyl Lomachenko on the left side of the screen is down 3 points to Gervonta Davis on the right side of the screen. You are watching Boxing Time TV. My name is Evan Jacobs. You can find me by my handle on Instagram at Boxing Time with Evan. I just did an analysis of the Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia bout tomorrow night, which is going to be a very good fight. Or at least it should be a very good fight. And Gervonta Davis landing hard against Lomachenko, and Lomachenko just coming back and fighting hard. And these two guys are not afraid to mix it up. And they've been standing in the center of the ring, and at times Gervonta Davis has moved Lomachenko back into Lomachenko's corner, but hasn't really pressed that too much. And we're gonna have to see as the fight progresses. Does he press it? I mean, I would think if he felt that he'd broken Lomachenko down, and I think ultimately this is what Gervonta Davis wants to do. He wants Lomachenko coming to him. He wants to break him down, and then he's going to press that initiative. Lomachenko being busier in this round. Oh, and look at Gervonta Davis. Look at that uppercut that he just landed. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Lomachenko getting Davis's attention. Lomachenko wants to prove to people that he can beat a fighter like this. And this is, this is a very good test for both fighters as they engage one another. And I mean, I say it a lot on this broadcast, but when two fighters can both fight their fight, that's when you have a great fight. There's just no two ways about it. I'm thinking, oh, look at that. Lomachenko's starting to land. Can he string together punches like that and put Gervonta Davis in a position that he's not been in? I think that Manny Pacquiao, Juan Manuel Marquez #5 might be the next one that I do. I don't know. I'm kind of just feeling this out. Who knows after tomorrow night, Thurman Thurman Porter could be I could be doing a rematch of that, like I did after Sergey Kovalev fought Andre Ward. Well, as you can see, Gervonta Davis won that round on only one judge's scorecard, so he's now up. He's up by 4 points. Vasyl Lomachenko on the left side of the screen, Gervonta Davis on the right side of the screen. Once again, you're watching Boxing Time TV, and this fight is coming down to the slimmest of margins. And Gervonta Davis is ahead, but can he stay ahead? One thing that Vasyl Lomachenko has done in this fight that I think is a mistake is he seems to have abandoned the body attack. He needs to make more of a concerted effort. I think he's smart to maybe not come to Gervonta Davis, as that's what Davis wants him to do, but he needs to hit Davis to the body. Like right there. He's got to slow him down. And Gervonta Davis just needs to stay at a distance, jab, and jab with his jab and just come in hard with his right hand. He is a southpaw, and he needs to do certain things that are going to throw Lomachenko off, like when he wobbled him. The thing is that both these fighters are now warmed up. They are in this fight. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Gervonta Davis landing some hard punches against Vasyl Lomachenko. I mean, that was impressive, right there. And let's see if Gervonta Davis can keep this up. Maybe he can. Maybe he can't. He does go to the body again against Gervonta Davis. Oh, look at that. Look at Gervonta Davis just taking the time to right there, Vasyl Lomachenko. He's probably seen something like this in the amateurs and whatnot. He has such a good record, such a good pedigree, but Gervonta Davis is just at 17-0 is just showing Vasyl Lomachenko things that are giving him fits. And Lomachenko just goes to the body right there. And the thing about Lomachenko is we know that there's no quitting him. So he is always in this fight. He's always dangerous. And so right now he's drawing Gervonta Davis out and he's hitting him. And the question is this part of Vasyl Lomachenko's plan is to let Davis come forward, let him get brave, break him down the way that Gervonta Davis seems to want Lomachenko to come forward and break him down. And right there, Vasyl Lomachenko landing with a hard right hand as we close out the 4th round. This fight's going so quick, it's hard to keep up with it. We're in the 5th round already, people. Wow. Okay. So they're saying that Lomachenko's tired. They're saying that Davis is breathing heavy. One judge gives it. Two of the judges give it to Vasyl Lomachenko. One judge has it even. So now Gervonta Davis is up by 6 points. Vasyl Lomachenko is behind, and he's going to try to do everything he can to make that deficit not count as much. I'm telling you, this is a very close fight. In no way is Vasyl Lomachenko out of this. I'm sure he probably thought at some point he would be behind in this fight, and he is. He lands a hard right hand there, and there is simply no quitting him. And he just lands a really tough shot, a really hard shot to the body. Another right hand, and Gervonta Davis is just throwing a lot more punches, although he just gets stuffed again. And the question is, can Gervonta Davis keep this up when Vasyl Lomachenko turns it up? Because now we're at a point in the fight where the guys are going to want to start doing things to sort of sit on what they've already established. And Gervonta Davis has established that he's the finesse fighter. He's established that he can hurt Lomachenko. Lomachenko has established that he's going to land hard punches. I believe he's already hurt Gervonta Davis. This is, earlier in this fight, not right now. But man, Gervonta Davis doing really, really well. And so is Vasyl Lomachenko. And that's just, like I've said, made this an exciting fight on Boxing Time TV. Oh, look at that right hand that Vasyl Lomachenko landed. I mean, this was a real fight. This was a real simulation. I mean, not a real simulation. This was a real fight. It wasn't just a simulation. Fans would be loving this. I mean, this is like an HBO fight. Granted, probably hard to make because, you have Vasyl Lomachenko and he's an HBO guy. And then you have, and he's with Top Rank. And then you have Gervonta Davis with the PBC, and they're all Showtime. However, I know that Bob Arum is supposed to be starting to do work with the PBC. So if they are, that makes the possibility of this fight that much stronger. Oh, look at that. Gervonta Davis gets him on the ropes, and Vasyl Lomachenko hits him to the body, kind of fights his way off. He eats an uppercut in the process. But Vasyl Lomachenko is being cagey, I think. And I think he's doing little things that people aren't really paying too much attention to. And should this fight go later, I think we're going to be seeing, like he just did right there, he is jabbing, he's landing his right hand, and he's hitting Gervonta Davis a lot more than Gervonta Davis has probably ever been hit. And Davis roars back with hard left hooks. And Vasyl Lomachenko is not going anywhere. Oh, Gervonta Davis landing a hard, crushing right hand. Oh, it's just really interesting watching what both these fighters are doing to try to sort of establish their will in this game. And I'll be honest, I think I got to give this round to Lomachenko. I think he landed enough punches. They were telling punches. Let's see what the judges say as we head into the 6th round. Lomachenko, they're saying, is obviously tired. Davis is breathing heavy. We look at that. Vasyl Lomachenko. One of them giving it to Lomachenko. One of them giving it to Davis. The other one giving it to Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is now up by 7 points to Vasyl Lomachenko. So it's not really pulling ahead is Gervonta Davis, but he is establishing a lead and establishing a pattern. And he's just got to keep doing what he's doing, and he can maybe take a decision. Although I think Lomachenko is coming out, he's landing hard, and Lomachenko knows. He probably knows he's behind a little bit, and he does not want to be behind. So let's see what happens now as these two fighters look at the stand in the center of the ring and just engage one another. Wow, that was a hard shot and a hard left hand that Gervonta Davis landed. And you have Vasyl Lomachenko. Oh man, he just landed a nice left hand. These guys, they are both making war, and this is, oh wow, did you see that left hand? Look at that. Look at that. I'm telling you. Oh, no. Whoa, did you just see that? Gervonta Davis wobbled Vasyl Lomachenko again. Gervonta Davis, man, putting an exclamation point on a really solid performance, but he eats a right hand from Vasyl Lomachenko. And Gervonta Davis is feeling very, very comfortable in there, and I wonder if he senses that he thinks that Vasyl Lomachenko might be ready to go. I don't know that we're there yet. I don't want to believe that we're there yet just because I like both fighters so much, but Gervonta Davis showing really great skill in there tonight. And just, he wobbles him to the body, and he hits him, he gets him hurt. I don't know that Gervonta Davis realized how hurt Vasyl Lomachenko was. And I think what we have is, maybe, that plays into the youth. Gervonta Davis is 22 years old. I'm sure he would love to knock out Vasyl Lomachenko as early as possible. Lomachenko landing a right hand right there. Lomachenko's still in this fight, still very much in this fight. But man, Gervonta Davis, if he can mix up those body punches and those headshots, he is going to make a statement. He is going to possibly knock. He's going to knock down and possibly out Vasyl Lomachenko, which I can't believe I'm actually saying that just because Lomachenko is such a good fighter. Even though I did see him lose to Orlando Salido, it was very impressive on Boxing Time TV in the simulated fight how Vasyl Lomachenko avenged that real-life fight. I mix the worlds. I talk about real life and fake life. It's sort of like you're entering the Matrix when you come to Boxing Time TV. Oh, they're trading punches now. As we hit into the final 10 seconds. On Vasyl Lomachenko, I don't like what happened in this round. Let's see what the judges say. We're now at the halfway point of this fight. They're saying Lomachenko's tired. They're saying Davis is breathing heavy. The judges, I believe, are probably going to all give that round to Gervonta Davis. He made a big statement in it. He made a splash. And let's see what happens now. As now, Gervonta Davis, I think, pulling away a bit more. There's a 10-point difference between them. And I think that Gervonta Davis is just looking for openings. He's looking to negate. He's looking to land in certain ways. And I just think that Vasyl Lomachenko is in with a fighter who can match him in style and speed and being a ring tactician and ring generalship and all that stuff. And you know, I still think that Lomachenko's in this, but I think he's got to let his hands go more. And now Gervonta Davis getting more bold, gets him to the ropes early in the 7th round and punches him to the body and just really just starting to unload, trying to think I see to gauge just how ready is Vasyl Lomachenko, you know, is he going? And you know, oh, we'll see. Oh, Lomachenko got wobbled right there. Oh man, Gervonta Davis wants to end this, but he doesn't want to make any mistakes. Oh, and he gets tagged with a right hand right there. Wow, this is, you know, I've never done this, but I mean, should Vasyl Lomachenko, knock out Gervonta Davis, I would want there to be a rematch of this. I would do a rematch of it. I just, you know, that's just the way that I am. You know, I've done rematches when there's been like stats off with fighters. If they're off a big amount, like if I really make a mistake, and that happens. I am fallible. My name is Evan Jacobs. You can find me on Instagram at Boxing Time with Evan is my handle. You're watching Boxing Time TV. We have Vasyl Lomachenko on the left side of the screen. Gervonta Davis on the left side of the screen too, but he's a little bit more to the right. He has Vasyl Lomachenko against the ropes, and this is a very, you know, this is Gervonta Davis. He isn't possibly pulling away. He is pulling away right now. And the question is will Vasyl Lomachenko let him pull away? Vasyl Lomachenko landing a sneaky left hand right there. And I'm just saying, he probably, look at that, taking 2 more shots. He probably wishes, I mean, he needs to figure out a way to land. He doesn't want to get slapped against the ropes like that. Because Gervonta Davis has him hurt. He has him really hurt now. He's going to the body. And it's a real, a clinic is almost, you know, what you would call this, being put on this way. And Vasyl Lomachenko is doing, you know, he hasn't gone down yet. He's still in there. Look, he just went to the body against Gervonta Davis. Who knows? Maybe he'll come out after this seventh round and be suddenly, you know, figure out the key to stopping Gervonta Davis. But right now, it's all Gervonta Davis, and he is pulling away. And I think we know. I'm going to think there's even some 10-8. They're even saying that Lomachenko has a bruised rib now. Wow, they're giving it to Gervonta Davis by 10-7, 10-8. He, in that one round, he really, really turned the tide. Let's see what happens in this, the 8th round. Lomachenko with a hurt rib. He's behind on points. He's behind now. They have him behind by like 17 points. And this is not looking good for Vasyl Lomachenko. And if I'm Gervonta Davis, I feel very good about my performance, but he doesn't want to leave himself open. He doesn't want to be countered. He doesn't want to get in a position where he's reckless, because Vasyl Lomachenko can hit. Vasyl Lomachenko is a very tenacious fighter. He does not, despite a loss to Orlando Salido, does not know defeat that much. And he's a very good fighter. Oh, Gervonta Davis just jabbing and just picking him apart and just wants to go to the body, and he hurts him again. He goes to the body, and wow, Gervonta Davis just once again has Lomachenko against the ropes. And if Gervonta Davis knew that Lomachenko was hurt, he probably would go for the body, but he doesn't, and so he's going for the head, and it's buying Lomachenko some time. I don't know how much, but some. And punches Lomachenko into the ropes again. Oh, look at this. Vasyl Lomachenko really wanting to do something, and he's such a good fighter, such a strong fighter, such a smart fighter. But he has Gervonta Davis on him, and Gervonta is just landing and throwing shots from multiple angles, and just I'm sure that the southpaw style probably isn't helping Lomachenko that much. And but Lomachenko is taking it. He's taking it. He hasn't gone down yet, and man, Gervonta Davis still peppering him to the body and mixing it up really well. I give Gervonta Davis a lot of credit, because he's making, in some ways, what he's doing against Lomachenko look sort of easy, and it's not at all. Oh, look at that. Oh, he gets hit with two hard right hands. Oh, man. Two hard right hands. And that's just, he gets, I'm telling you, both of these fighters, and I give Lomachenko credit, he fought off the ropes a bit there. He's doing his best in this. He has a bruised rib. He's behind on points. We're heading into the final 10 seconds of the 8th round. He's gonna not like where he sees himself in this fight, and he wants to do something to turn it around, and maybe he will. Let's see what the judges say. I'm sure they probably gave it. Yeah, they're probably gonna all give it. Oh wait, no. Lomachenko. How does one judge have it 10-9, one judge have it even, and another judge have it 10-8? And Gervonta Davis is now up by 20 points. Although one judge had it even for Lomachenko. Maybe they see something in Lomachenko that we sort of see, that maybe he is gonna rally a bit. But Gervonta Davis is doing everything to stop that rally, and that's just the way that the cookie crumbles. Oh, look, he's landing a right hand. He wants so bad. I mean, a stoppage of Vasyl Lomachenko. I don't know why I want to call him Sergey Lomachenko. Other than there's the fact that I was thinking of Sergey like a Hovik, who I believe. So did you see that? Just both these fighters just exchanging, and Lomachenko was just hurt right there by I believe it was a left hook, and then he lands that straight right. One thing he's shown is that Gervonta Davis is susceptible to the straight right. And should Vasyl Lomachenko do something miraculous and win this fight at this point, he's going to want to remember what he was able to do with that straight right hand. Sorry, my voice is, it's late, a little bit later in the night, and it's not, it's holding up, but I don't know for how much longer. And I get, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. This is a Gervonta Davis is really winning this fight now. And I just, I like what I've seen from both fighters in the first half of this fight, but then After that, it's been all Gervonta Davis as he just lands 2 really hard shots against Vasyl Lomachenko. And I mean, you know, it reaches a point right now. I know that Vasyl Lomachenko is hurt, but you wonder how long the ref will let this go on, especially, you know, Vasyl Lomachenko. And I mean, he could very well make the argument, hey, I was doing great until my rib got hurt. But ultimately, it's on him to not have his rib get hurt. It's on him for his rib to not be, you know, exposed like that. But, you know, this is just sort of the way that things go sometimes in this great sport of boxing. Right hand being landed by Vasyl Lomachenko. Oh, he just took a hard shot to the body. I'm telling you, I think Gervonta Davis, you know, if he were to press it a bit more, could stop Vasyl Lomachenko. Vasyl Lomachenko on the left side of the screen, Gervonta Davis on the right. You're watching Boxing Time TV. Let's see what the judges say. As they still say that Lomachenko has a bruised rib, and now they're saying that Davis is tired. I don't know that I buy that. Davis just won this round 10-8 on all 3 judges' scorecards. He is now up by 26 points. I don't think that he's tired. I think that Vasyl Lomachenko needs a knockout. I think he needs to do something miraculous. These guys are standing in the center of the ring and they're trading, and I am just, you know, anything can happen in the sport. Anything can happen in this game. I've had games where I played this where, hey, you know, one of the fighters was ahead and they got hit, and that can still happen. That can still happen. You know, you got to give Vasyl Lomachenko credit. He can do that. He just needs to figure out the way to do it, and I don't know what that is right now because so much is coming out from Gervonta Davis. It's just in terms of finesse, in terms of skill, in terms of boxing acumen, and if this fight, if it were to happen in real life, and Gervonta Davis did what he's doing here, if it did not make him one of the best fighters in the world, I don't know what will. Wow, he's really landing hard on Lomachenko. Really landing hard. Oh, and going to the body too. Starting to open up more. And Vasyl Lomachenko just, you know, hey, he's a good sport. He's taking it. But what is he really accomplishing right now by taking this much punishment, this much abuse? Both fighters trade punches right there. They trade right hands, and you know, this has been, you know, very entertaining, you know, for the most part. And you know, you see Vasyl Lomachenko, he's moving well now, and maybe Gervonta Davis is tired, and maybe Vasyl Lomachenko is seeing a way that he can kind of make something happen. And you see, he lands a nice right hand around the jabs of Gervonta Davis. And Gervonta Davis, maybe we're going to see a little bit of his mettle, a little bit of what he's made. Oh, and he just lands a hard right hand against. Oh, and he just lands an uppercut. I'm sorry, not an uppercut, a body shot, well placed. And Vasyl Lomachenko has been taking a beating this whole fight. I mean, starting after like the sixth round. And I mean, he may get up. It doesn't look like he's going to get it. Oh, man. Gervonta Davis, what an incredibly impressive performance. Such a hard shot that he landed, that he went to the body, just dug it home. Gervonta Davis knocking out Vasyl Lomachenko in the 10th round. What just a clinical performance. Gervonta Davis, I mean, if this, you know, in real life, like I was just saying, I mean, you would have to say he's one of the best fighters in the world. And on this simulation, I'm going to say he's one of the best simulated fighters in the world because he came in against a top-notch Vasyl Lomachenko and he took him apart. The winner is Gervonta Davis by a knockout. The fight lasted 10 rounds. Lomachenko was knocked down one time and has a bruised rib. Davis was not knocked down. This was a very good fight. As you can see the scores, Gervonta Davis up by 9, up by 8, and up by 9 on another judge's scorecard. Once again, my name is Evan Jacobs. You can follow me on Instagram. My handle is @BoxingTime with Evan. Please subscribe to this page. Please like the videos. Please tell your friends. And let me know if there's fights that you want to see made. Direct message me, or you know, you can contact me. Just send me a comment on one of the fights and say I want to see this fight, and we will do it. Thank you very, very much, and we'll see you again at the fights.